This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review with your college basketball play of the day for Wednesday, February the 1st. And this was a more difficult card for me to narrow down to just one play of the day recommendation. I had Penn State, St. Louis, Northern Iowa, Texas, Seton Hall, Nevada, among others, as plays that I was looking at for play of the day. I could have chosen any of those, but I decided let's go for a late night game. Let's go for a West Coast affair, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We're going to talk about USC taking on Washington. USC, a small road favorite, 2-point favorite in this game, total sitting at 158. And when you look at it, I don't know how anyone can look at this game and evaluate it and say that USC isn't the better of these two teams. I mean, they clearly are. I think they're the deeper team, the more talented team. They don't rely on one player like Washington does with Markelle Fultz. They're the much better coach team. I don't think there's any debate whatsoever in that. I'll take Andy Enfield and the job he's done here with USC over the Lorenzo Romar Washington Huskies because Romar, to me, tremendous recruiter, I'll give him that. He brings in great talent, great players. He's sent a lot of players in his lifetime to the NBA from this Washington program. He can't coach worth a lick, though. He can't. He can't X and O. He can't X and O. He can't make adjustments. He doesn't make good decisions and plays out of a timeout. He is a disaster as a coach, plain and simple. Great recruiter, but he can't coach these players. Hasn't done a good enough job coaching up the talent that he's had at Washington for years, and it's gotten even worse this year. This Washington team's a one-trick pony, one-man show, and that's Markelle Fultz. If you do a somewhat decent job neutralizing him, you go a long way to beating this Washington Huskies team, and this Washington team doesn't defend worth a lick. I mean, this team defensively is a complete disgrace. 80 points per game, 45.6% shooting allowed, 38.5% allowed from the perimeter. You look at this team, they're giving up 70, 80, 90 points on a game-in and game-out basis. They gave it a good effort against Arizona on the road Sunday. I'll give them that. Hung in that game. We're in that game for quite a while before finally Arizona pulled away late. But, you know, it's a game that you would expect Washington to get up for. It's a team that's having a tough season. They are 9-12 on the season, just 2-7 in Pac-12 play. They're going to get up for the big games. But this team, barring a huge run all the way to winning the Pac-12 tournament, they're not going to any NCAA tournament this year. And so you just have to wonder, where is that motivation for Washington to keep fighting, keep battling, when really their only path now to getting into the NCAA tournament is pretty much winning the Pac-12 tournament in shocking fashion. And it would be a shocker if Washington's able to pull that out. USC, you worry slightly about, okay, is there going to be a little bit of a letdown after the huge win they had against UCLA last week, 84-76, but they've been off now for a full week. I think if there was a more likely case for a letdown for USC, it would be if they played, you know, a couple of days, 2-3 days after that UCLA game, but they've had a week to get that win out of their system, to focus, get back on the track of being focused and ready to go for this next game. And it's just a team that has a lot more ability in terms of a balanced game. I mean, USC can score inside, can score outside. Jordan McLaughlin, tremendous point guard. Elijah Stewart, DeAnthony Melton, Jonah Matthews. Chimezi Metu has done a great job in the paint, filling in for Benny Boatwright. And speaking of Benny Boatwright, he may very well make his return from injury tonight for USC, and what a huge boost and increase in depth that would provide the Trojans in the front court. Another big body presence in there that would go a long way to helping this team. He's right now going to be listed as a game-time decision, but Benny Boatwright played very well for this team. 6'10 sophomore. He's been out for quite some time, since November 30. Against San Diego State. That's when he suffered that injury. So getting him back on the floor, another added size, added defense, added rebounding, added scoring inside the paint, and that could help USC. No confirmation that he will play, but he's a game-time decision for this game tonight. Either way, to me, I don't like this Washington team. You look at them from a point spread perspective at home, they've not been good. Look what they've done on their home court. They got blown out by Oregon. They lost as huge favorites to Washington State at home. Their only point spread cover, in fact, on this home floor came against Oregon State, 87-61. Other than that, you're looking at a team that is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games. There's not much of a strong home court edge here this season for Washington. I think USC, the better team. I don't worry about a hangover with the fact they've been off for a week. They shouldn't still be, lollygagging and just, caught up in the fact they beat UCLA. That was a week ago. Time to get back and on the basketball court again and playing. And I think USC, the better team, just simply asking them to win the game pretty much because it's -2. They're the better team. They got the better coach as far as I'm concerned. I expect them to take care of business, and I think they will. Let's make it official. USC -2, rotation number 585. The USC Trojans -2 against Washington. That is going to be your play of the day in college basketball for Wednesday, February the 1st. All right, that'll wrap it up. I'm Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review. Until next time, enjoy the games and good luck.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.